Stock market cycles update for Monday, February 24th. Wow, quite a day today, right? We haven't given you too much information in terms of how these projections can and or should be used for either trading the market or taking longer term positions. We can tell you that we took 2x mutual fund positions inverse on Wednesday of last week with people that we manage for and for our own account. And I know there are a lot of naysayers out there, and one guy in particular has been saying, well, you're calling the top again, huh? This is one of only two positions I've taken in the last couple of months, showing my propensity towards wanting to be short the market. And the reason for that is, as you well know, that long update that we did on February 15th. Again, if you have not reviewed that, I would urge you to go back and watch that February 15th update. It's entitled Long, Critically Important. And indeed, it was critically important because it pointed out the steps over the next few trading days when we came up again, met the trend line that we showed there almost perfectly on 3 separate days. So my preface here in terms of how to trade the projections is that we far prefer trading the projections as they're being met rather than after a projection is given. For example, let's say a stock the index is trading at 10 and you get a projection at 12 that is going up to 14. Should you play that projection at 12? I would say there are situations where you should, but the more confident is to play the reaching of the projection rather than the generating of the projection. There are exceptions to that rule, but that's my general rule in terms of how to use the projections. Once a projection is met with no further projections being given, that's a pretty good confidence level in terms of taking a position. Okay, that much being said, this is a Globex chart. This is the action that we saw Sunday and today, and as you can see, came very close to meeting the upper side of the downside projection at 32.10 even. The low for the day was 32.1375. That's this first low here. We came down and tested it later on. So is that going to be an important low? There's no way of knowing. One of the problems you have with projections, especially when they're this large, there's a 100-point difference here between the upper side of the projection and the lower. How and why does that occur? Well, look where the crossovers took place. One crossover took place right here, and then the other crossover took place way down here. So when you get that kind of discrepancy between where the crosses take place, you're going to get this kind of big projection box. So unfortunately, it doesn't give us too much information for the very short term. We could turn around tomorrow, go down another 100 points, or we could turn around tomorrow and go up another 100 points. The projections aren't telling us which of those will take place. Although with this projection to the downside, it would be a lot more logical to see another 100 points to the downside just based on the lower window of this projection. We'll show you one more of these Globex projections because we like to look at these. This one on the Globex, look at this. It's been very nicely met, well into the projection range. So you might say, well, it's time to go long. And it might be time to go long, but it's a little too soon to say anything. Let me show you one more line, which is, as most of you know, the technical lines that we like to do. Okay, this green line, the light green line, the dark green line has been quite famous because, as you know, that's one of the reasons why we got very bearish up here. But look at this light green line. The light green line with 1, 2, 3, almost 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. We came down to it on this decline into the low in late January, early February, and we gapped down to it today. And it looks like we kind of broke below it. If you look at the closing price chart, you'll see that it's a little bit below it. Not enough below it, though, to say it's a distinctive and convincing break. So this line may have something to do with what's going to happen short term. And you could argue that this is a place where the market might try to find some support. That's it. We're going to wait to get more information. We wish we had more information to give you, but we think the information we gave up here is a lot more important than any information we have yet down here. Thanks a lot for watching. Haven't subscribed yet? Bottom right. Click on the red banner, click on the bell, and you'll know about all our updates and when they go on. Thanks for watching.